Hello everyone, welcome back to my third and final pre-recorded video over this week's times. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the 5 top pending UFAs for this upcoming 2024 free agent class. Then I'm going to talk about all that coming up right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here at the Internet Talking Show. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below. We have hit 200 subscribers. Thank you for all your support. I would never been able to do this without you guys. So don't forget to subscribe so we can hit 250 subscribers. Now today, I'm going to be doing a quick video here just talking about the 5 best players in my opinion for the 2024 free agent class. So the top 5 players in my opinion, there are 5 really good players. Now they all happen to be forwards. I couldn't find any defensemen this year who really are on that next tier level who could have bumped out one of these forwards, but these are 5 extremely talented forwards who I think are going to get extremely good money this year in the free agent market if they do wind up going there, not re-signing with their current teams. So the top 5 free agents in my opinion at this point in time are as follows. The 5th highest free agent in my opinion for this upcoming free agent class is Sam Reinhart. Reinhart's had a fantastic season this year. He's been a really good player with the Florida Panthers. He's put up the 2nd most points out of this year's free agent class, having 18 goals, 39 points. He's put up the most goals of anyone. He's having a fantastic season with Florida. He's on pace to hit somewhere between 95 and 100 points this year. He's looking absolutely phenomenal with the Florida Panthers. Now, the Panthers don't have an overabundance of cap space. Will they be willing to re-sign him? I think they would love to re-sign him. I'm not sure if they can. On the open market, I could see Reinhart command between $9.5 million. And I could see him have like a 6 to 7 year deal. So I could see Reinhart, given the fact he's on the younger side, he's only 28 years old right now, I could see him sign for like a 6 to 7 year deal at like $9 to $9.5 million. So that would be a really good deal in my opinion for Sam Reinhart. He's produced fantastically this year, and I think long term he's going to be a fantastic top 6 forward wherever he winds up. But I think he could wind up staying in Florida. I think if they're able to make some cap things work, they could probably sign him to like a 4 or 5 year deal, like $8.75 million, maybe just a tad bit below what he could possibly get on the market. So it will be interesting to see, but I think Reinhart's going to be a fantastic offseason addition for whoever winds up acquiring him, or he's going to be a fantastic player who remains in Florida, but he's definitely emerged as a fantastic top 6 forward and a really lethal goal scorer. So he's the 5th top free agent in my opinion for this upcoming free agent class, so he's a really good free agent. 4th on my list is Lindholm. He's a top end center in this free agent class. He's a really good center. Now there's a couple of other guys out here who could possibly play center, but Lindholm's a natural center. He's a really good top 6 center. He's put up a ton of points this year, putting up 23 points, 8 goals in 33 games. He's been fantastic. Now he's probably going to command a lot of money. I know that the Flames have tried multiple times to sign him. My guess would be on the open market he gets between $9 and $9.5 million, sort of like Reinhart, maybe a little bit less, or possibly maybe even a little bit more, depending on what happens with Reinhart too. But Lindholm's put up really good points. He's got really good point totals. He's a really good defensive forward as well. He can definitely play defensively. He will be a fantastic fit for a team who is in desperate need of a top 6 center. So like I said, I could see him go to like a Boston, a Colorado, a Columbus has been linked to a guy like him. So there could be a couple of teams interested in a guy like Elias Lindholm. I think it would probably take around $9 million, maybe even just a little bit more to sign him. I was thinking possibly look at a guy like Sebastian Aho's comparison, which was a 7 to 8 year deal at $9.75 million. So I could see Lindholm possibly get that much money. It would be interesting to see, but Lindholm's a really good 2-way defenseman. He can definitely play defensively. He's put up a lot of point totals in the past, and I think if he does want to hit free agency, he's going to command a ton of money. So he's the 4th free agent in my opinion for this year's free agent class. The 3rd free agent in this year's free agent class in my opinion is longtime Lightning player Steven Stamkos. Now there's been no contract negotiations between Stamkos and the Lightning so far this year. It's been a really frustrating thing for Stamkos. If he's not able to work out a contract extension with the Tampa Bay Lightning, could he wind up going to free agency? I think it's a really likely possibility. He's so far had 15 goals and 34 points in 31 games. He's on pace to hit probably somewhere around the 90-point plateau, maybe just a little bit lower. He's probably going to hit over a point per game this year. He continues to do really well on that Lightning top line, so I could definitely see him have a lot of money in his next contract. Now, we've talked about how the Bulls could possibly move on from him. I think he wants to remain in Tampa, and if the Tampa could sign him to like something like a 3 or 4 year deal, Stamkos is on the older side, so I don't think he's going to get a very long-term lucrative deal. But I think if you could get like a 3 or 4 year deal at around his current cap hit of 8.5, maybe just a tad bit lower, I think he'll be willing to stay in Tampa, and I think it'll definitely be an interesting possibility. But I could definitely see him if he were to hit the open market, hit between $8.5 and $9 million in like a 3-year deal, sort of do something like Joe Pavelski did when he left San Jose, where he hit a 3-year, $7 million deal with Dallas, when a lot of people thought he would never leave San Jose, and he's done quite well. I could see him change the team's top 6 and be a fantastic top 6 forward. So it would be interesting to see. I think he'll be a fantastic player. I think he's the 3rd highest free agent in this free agent class, and I could see if he does wind up not staying in Tampa, be a fantastic addition elsewhere for a team. The 2nd highest free agent, in my opinion, this year in this year's free agent class will be Jake Guentzel. Guentzel's a fantastic top 6 forward. Now, will the Penguins really want to move on from him, given the fact that he does so well with Crosby? I think they would not want to move on from him. But there were some reports in the offseason he wanted to command somewhere around $10 million on a long-term deal. He is on the younger side at 29 years old, so he could probably command like a 6 or 7 year deal, somewhere around $9.5, $10 million. He's produced consistently. He's a former 40 goal scorer. So far this year, has 14 goals, 35 points in 31 games. Probably on pace for over a point per game. Probably on pace for somewhere around 40 to 45 goals again. For a consistent 40 goal scorer, he's gonna get paid probably somewhere between $9.5 and $10 million. Will the Penguins be open and willing to sign him to that, given the fact they already have Crosby making over 5, Malkin making over 5, Smith making over 5, Raquel, Russ making over 5, Letang making over 5, Erik Karlsson making over 5, Pettersson making nearly 5, same sort of thing with Ryan Graves. They already have so many long-term big money deals. Would they be willing to sort of pay Guentzel his $10 million AAV if he was wanting that? I'm not exactly sure they would. And if he goes to free agency, he's going to get at the very least $10 million, and he's going to be able to be paid as a solid top 6 40 goal scorer. So I think he is going to be the 2nd highest free agent if he hits the free agent market for this season. And the highest free agent in this year's free agent class will be William Nylander. There's no doubt about it. Nylander's an absolutely phenomenal player. He's going to be paid extraordinarily well this year. He so far has 15 goals and 42 points in 30 games played. He's gonna hit probably over 100, if not 110 points. Nylander's been absolutely phenomenal on the Maple Leafs top 6. Now, the Leafs easily want to keep him. He's a really good driving force. He's one of the key members of their core 4. The question is, can they keep him? They have Tavares making over $11 million for one more season. They have Marner making 10.9 for one more season. Then Marner's going to want probably somewhere in the stratosphere of $12.5 to $13 million, somewhere next to close to Matthews' money. We've already heard that Nylander wanted $10 million. The Leafs wanted $8.5 million. So Nylander said that he wasn't going to sign. He was going to halt contract talks. He was going to play out this current season, sort of see how well he can do. And he's done phenomenal. And he's probably gone above the $10 million asking price. He's probably an $11 million player right now. And on the open market, there would be a ton of teams who could fit him in their top 6 who would pay him probably $10.5 to $11 million to be a solid top 6 winger. So if they aren't able to sign him, and I don't think Nylander is going to take a really big discount again this time around, because last time around he did, and he was paid an extraordinarily amount less than Matthews and Marner. So unless he's getting $11 million, I don't think he's going back to Toronto. And even if he gets something like $10.5 to $10 million on the open market, maybe he doesn't get exactly $11 million, but he's going to get in double digits for sure, and he would be a really good top line player for whoever is able to get him. So Nylander in Toronto, Guentzel in Pittsburgh, Stamkos in Tampa, Lindholm in Calgary, and Reinhart in Florida, I think are all going to be the top end players to watch out for in this year's free agent class. Now, I think Nylander has a possibility of staying if they could work out something. I think he wants to remain in Toronto. I think the Penguins really want to keep Guentzel, given the fact of his chemistry with Crosby. Stamkos really wants to remain in Tampa, given he's a longtime Bolt. I think the other two are a little bit less likely. Maybe Reinhart does wind up staying, but I know those top 3 probably want to remain where they are right now. But I think Guentzel, with him wanting over $10 million, Nylander probably wanting the stratosphere of $11 million, and Stamkos possibly not being negotiating with contract talks in season, sort of feeling left out after all the other long-term contract extensions the Tampa Bay Lightning have given out so far this year. I think there's a very likely chance that all 3 of these guys, even though they don't really want to test free agency, will wind up testing free agency, and they could definitely be on the move this offseason. So definitely, love to hear your thoughts. Who do you think are some of the top-end free agents in this year's free agent class? In my opinion, the top-end free agent is Nylander, followed by Guentzel, Stamkos, Lindholm, and Reinhart. But I think there's a couple of other really good players. There's plenty of defensemen as well. like a guy like Noah Hannafin, Matt Grzelcyk, a couple of other guys as well. There's a couple of decent goaltenders, not as much of the top end class after Hellebuck signed, but definitely there's still a couple of decent goaltenders also on the free agent market this year as well. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on who are some of your top free agents down in the comment section below. That's all I'm going to talk about for today. Remember to like this video, and if you're really into it, subscribe down below. We have 1,500 subscribers. Thank you for all your support. I would never been able to do this without you guys, so don't forget to subscribe. I also have a blog talking about news, rumors, analysis, stuff like that, so don't check that out. I'll have a link down in the description below. This is my last pre-recorded video, so Merry Christmas to all of you guys, and I'll see you guys for my next video. See you guys soon.